CP3 is out again. This time it could lead to his team being swept. As it stands, Paul is on a short list of greatest players to never win a ring. But so much of the story in his career twilight is his injuries holding teams back. This guy is Kawhi without rings. Was it bad luck, Monty's fault, or can Booker and Durant extend the series long enough to make this question not matter?
All right, it is some bad luck. He has had early in his career, he did just have some bad luck with injuries. Now, he's one of the oldest players in the league. He's the second oldest player that actually gets minutes. The only guys older than him are Udonis Haslem, who does not play, Andre Iguodala, who does not play, and LeBron. And so, and he's a little guy. He's barely 6 feet tall. But this is also why what the Suns did with this trade for Durant was so risky. Because they absolutely were trying to go all in on this year on winning a title when you knew you were trading away depth, you were trading away future ability to acquire depth via the draft or via trading draft picks for a team with a 37-year-old injury-prone point guard. And then Monty playing him 40 minutes a game in round one was an obvious risk that a lot of us saw coming, and I kept sounding the alarm on. So, listen, it's a tricky one. Chris Paul is one of the greatest players ever. And little guys being the best player on a champion, it's really just Isaiah and Steph. Little guys don't win championships as the best player. There is not a history of that. And Steph is bigger than Isaiah, and Isaiah is bigger than CP3. Not that any of them are big guys. And so, now to answer your question on can Booker and Durant extend the series long enough? No. Denver's better and deeper and healthier. And I didn't think Phoenix was going to be able to win with a healthy Chris Paul. Without a healthy Chris Paul, this could get really ugly. So I don't really... Listen, he made a finals finally a couple years ago. Last year was bad for him. They were the number one seed. They had the best record in basketball, and they fell apart against Luka. That was bad. But so what does this mean for if we're doing Chris Paul legacy stuff? Well, if you guys remember, on my 50 greatest players list, I'll tell you exactly where he was. I'm going to pull it up real quick. I think I had him 20 of the greatest players of the last 50 years. I had him 21st. So he's behind D Wade. I have him behind Barkley, behind Mailman. Barkley and Mailman don't have rings. I had him right ahead of Garnett and Robinson, who do have rings. Ahead of Stockton and Harden, who don't have rings. That's just where he is. Like, as far as greatest point guards ever, if we expand it past the last 50 years, it's Magic, then Steph, then Oscar, then Isaiah, then Chris Paul. If he had won a ring, would he have jumped Isaiah? Maybe. Is he going to? He's not. And the Suns are going to have a really tough offseason, in large part because of what are they going to do about Chris Paul.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.